Macmillan Audio presents Manderley Forever, a biography of Daphne du Maurier by Tatiana de Rosnay, translated from the French by Sam Taylor, read for you by Charlotte Wright.
Preface. When at the age of 11, I first opened a copy of Rebecca, I had no idea how important that novel would become in my life. Like so many other readers before me, I was transfixed from the first mythical sentence. Last night, I dreamt I went to Manderley again. That book had such an effect on me that barely had I finished it before I started reading it again. I was under the spell of the du Maurier magic. Her singular style, that famous psychological suspense. Before Rebecca, I had already written several short stories, in English, my first language, in my school exercise books. It was Daphne du Maurier who bequeathed me my taste or obsession for houses, for family secrets, for the memories held by walls. Each and every one of my novels bears her influence. When, several years ago, Gérard de Courtins suggested I write the first French biography of my favourite novelist, I felt simultaneously honoured and nervous, but I accepted the challenge. I decided to follow in her footsteps as if I were leading an investigation, travelling from London to Cornwall by way of Montparnasse, because she adored Paris. This literary pilgrimage allowed me to discover how Daphne du Maurier wrote, the secrets of her life, her inspiration, her work. I described her as if I were filming her, camera on my shoulder, so that my readers could instantly understand who she was. I studied her books, her voice, the look in her eyes, the way she walked, the sound of her laughter. I met and spoke with her children and grandchildren. Around the houses that she loved so passionately, I constructed the portrayal of an unusual and enchanting novelist, scorned by critics because she sold millions of books. Her macabre and fascinating world produced a complex, surprisingly dark oeuvre, far removed from the romantic novelist she was unfairly labelled as. This book reads like a novel, but I did not invent any of it. Everything here is true. It is the novel of a life. People and things pass away, not places. Daphne du Maurier. Part 1. London, 1907 to 1925. The child destined to be a writer is vulnerable to every wind that blows. Daphne du Maurier. Mayfair, City of Westminster, London, November 2013. There are usually crowds of people in Regent's Park. Visitors come here to walk around and admire the flower beds, see Queen Mary's rose garden, take boat trips on the lake. But on this very British, grey and drizzly November morning, the park is deserted. Queen Elizabeth was born in this upmarket district. Oscar Wilde lived here, as did Handel, Somerset Maugham, and Nancy Mitford. In place of the previous century's patrician families, the elegant Georgian buildings are now home to luxury stores and fashionable restaurants, embassies and five-star hotels. Impossible not to notice that the people who live here or frequent these places have money. There are fur coats on display everywhere, while only the priciest, flashiest cars are parked along the sidewalks. In the London version of Monopoly, Mayfair has been the most desired space on the board for more than 80 years. To the east of the park are the terraces.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?